I really hope my boss doesn't hear that. Anyway, people, how you guys doing? That's my cue when the bass drops. That's very, very funny. Anyway, how y'all doing? Good old Nick D is here with the chat tag, and it's not a pre-show. No, we're obviously not a pre-show because I won't be making that joke right now. But I really have no idea what the fuck Mia is saying in those rap videos. They are,
bitch.
They're very interesting. Hello, Ganja.
Hello there, sir. How you doing?
Hey man, do you know what my favorite new rapper is?
Tell me. I'm interested to learn. Sit me down. Educate me.
Her name's Miss Mia. Okay? And the greatest words of Miss Mia, Eat the gal, Dirty Burger Sturgish.
All right, now you make her sound like the Swedish chef.
Miss Mia was actually on The Sims. Anyway, sorry guys. I just, we were talking about that song, and I'm gonna be honest. Like when I'm in a bad mood, Eptical and the other song that Mia made are like my two favorite things to listen to because it completely takes me out of my bad mood and everything's just fucking awesome. Game Boy SP, hello there, Nick. Hello there too, Game Boy. He's playing Phantasy Star Online too right now. He's probably the only person in the world playing that game. But Ganja, how you doing? Last I heard about you, you were taking a shower, washing your ass.
I'm washing my ass, keeping my colo clean. Because apparently I fucked that word up. My balls nice and wet. It's good times.
Mm-hmm. I am doing pretty good myself. My colo has been clean pretty much all day. Roxy, how you doing?
Y'all just butchering the word.
And how's your colo?
Okay, basically. I am not okay, but I'm trying my best.
Yep, that's always good. It's always good to try. Iftikal. yeah, just every time you're upset, just Iftikal. Totika bogish togish. The Sim speak. Ingenuity, hey there, man. He's saying, hey, folks, how you doing, man? Edward's cool. Hello, how you doing as well? JJ Panda saying, hey, chat. Mauricio, call me a monkey. What? How dare you? That's so racist. But
I mean, you are very chimp-like.
I am very chimp-like. But I don't like bananas, though. I've heard, like, horror stories. People, like, not being able to eat those and the potassium, like, makes them sick and shit. So I don't want any part in that.
Yeah, I can't eat bananas. I get upset stomach.
Yeah.
You still never asked me what I thought about Speedy Gonzalez. I ain't forgot.
Oh, yep, that's true. I remember when y'all talked about that shit and created a whole race war. Speedy Gonzalez, I was never too offended by it just because he's so, like, just hyper and I guess cutesy. He's like, not too bothered. But there's lots of things that are very aggravating that people just go like, oh, they're Mexican. Who cares if they're offended? Yeah, I can be offended too, assholes. There's a lot of shit that's disrespectful to us. Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Like the whole George Lopez series on what was the fucking channel that it was on TBS originally?
Well, see, it's different with George Lopez because those are his actual stories. But Carlos Mencia, Mind of Mencia, that shit's offensive as fuck.
Oh man, that taught a whole generation of kids in our fucking age group about like stereotypes, and not why they're bad or not why they were used. Just hey, learn these things, have fun, and think you're a comedian.
Yeah, no, it's fucking annoying. I hate that shit. Especially when you're stealing a bunch of jokes and everything. But before we continue on with all that, because we're going to talk about Donkey Kong and all that stuff too. But, Jet, how are you doing over here hanging out with me, dealing with Mike, and playing all fucking day? How you holding up?
I'm using my desktop, but really hoping that I don't have a weird voice going on.
No, you do not have a weird voice going on. But that's never happened. Why do you assume that you're going to have a weird voice going on? Other than your normal voice.
You never know.
Iftikal. It's like stuck in your head, isn't it?
Yes, I can't get it out. I keep hearing her just right behind, breathing down my neck. Iftikal. Stay at home.
Bogish, dogish. Iftikal.
Rolling a stogie with Arnold, or whatever the fuck she said.
So before we continue on, I was gonna save this for tomorrow, but I'm gonna just get this out now because I know that by the time tomorrow rolls around, Jet's not gonna remember this shit at all anymore. It's gonna be a very, very short little thing we're gonna talk about. There's this movie with Vin Diesel. Came out a while ago. And I was thinking, like, man, I really want to watch Becky. I want to watch this. And Jet was like, not in the mood for that. Don't feel like seeing Nazis, like, torture, like, a black woman and like, biracial family, blah, blah, blah. Just put something on I'm not going to pay attention to. Let's watch that Bloodshot movie. Oh, boy. This is your fucking fault, Jet. This movie fucking sucked ass. And this is all I blame you for this shit.
First of all,
I
want you to think about the choices you gave me.
Okay, yeah. So the choice I gave her was Becky, RoboCop, and Bloodshot. Becky and RoboCop are two very, very good fucking choices, by the way. I just want to put that out there. They're extremely good choices. And you didn't choose them. You chose this. What is wrong with you?
Now, think about those choices that you gave me.
Okay.
You gave me a Nazi movie, a cop movie, in a fucking military propaganda movie.
Now, here's the thing. Hollywood really likes pissing off black people, apparently. So I didn't think about those things. I'm sorry. I'm privileged. I can say it. Many people don't like
So
to admit
I
their
basically
privilege.
chose the one where I can be like, okay, maybe I like be on my phone most of the time, maybe like glance back at it every now and then, because it is basically an action movie, so I won't really give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I got done with the shit that I was doing on my phone early, so I basically watched this entire fucking thing.
Yeah, I know, and so did I. And the problem was that I actually had high hopes for this fucking thing. Well, you kept talking shit every single time something would happen. You would call it right before it fucking happens. So like,
the movie
you're
starts off
ruining
with
the
that
fucking.
ugly ass fucking like yellow lens on like fucking somewhere in the Middle East and shit. And she's like, goddamn, already starting off.
Yeah, I mean they had that Assassin's Creed piss stain fucking yellow going on for the beginning of the movie. Yeah, that was annoying too. But at the same time, it's like I want to give this movie credit where credit's due, and believe me, like I'm trying to be nice, but also this is legitimate. They did this really cool thing where I did not know who the villain was. They made the villain look really silly. He was actually doing something kind of like Reservoir Dogs, where he's dancing and like, oh, I'm gonna torture somebody, blah blah blah, right? And they keep changing who the fuck this villain is to the point where we don't even really know who the villain is throughout this fucking thing. And it'd be interesting if like the actual villain was as interesting as what we saw in the beginning, but nope, nothing. Just constant.
I just had my basically my checklist of these movies just. And every minute I was checking something off. Okay, you got the model with the square face and the big titties with the crop top, who's basically gonna end up being on like the main dude's side. You got the wife in there who basically gets tortured or killed. You basically got the team, I guess. What's some other shit? Because this movie's already like going out of my mind and shit. You got the fucking tech guy.
Yeah, and he's by the way like a huge part of the movie, but at the same time doesn't get enough visual credit. He's not like in the movie a lot, so it's just like a lot of like wow, like you know this character who is probably the most interesting character is only like in the third act of the movie, and by the way, like there's no real thank you from the film's perspective that this guy was actually as important as he was. And I mean, I wouldn't say that's like some magical N-word shit, but like it's pretty close to something of that nature. And Vin Diesel is just being Vin Diesel like a motherfucker, man. Like, I'm sorry.
This movie tried to be Mass Effect upgrade, every single Call of Duty game out there.
Yeah, complete with the exosuits, and a little bit of Alita Battle Angel. You know those fucking exosuits, like the way, and he looks silly as fuck. This suit that let me show you really quick because this fucking thing is just dumb as fuck. He's walking around this bad guy, which by the way they kind of like let you know that he's gonna be the bad guy throughout the entire movie, where he keeps staring at Vin Diesel. Jet thought that was gonna turn into like a gay romance story, but
well, yeah, he just over there. The fucking like, there's a scene where basically like Vin Diesel walks up on like this group or whatever that he's with, and like the dude's like chewing bubble gum and shit at the side of his mouth, like. Was walking past him and basically turning back, still looking at him like, and it's just like, okay, like, what the hell was that? That was weird.
Yeah.
And then basically just keeps happening, keeps getting all up in his face, just like, okay, why are you all close? Like back up. Are you trying to kiss me? Because okay, I'll allow that.
Yeah. But there was just a lot about this where I was confused as fuck about where the story was going, and we're not gonna go all into like a huge like discussion about. You know what happened in the storyline of like shit like that, how rubber they look and everything too. This reminds me of Triple X, the latest sequel that came out, Return of Xander Cage or whatever. It was fucking silly. But like they're not good at the CGI. They're not good at a lot of this stuff, man. And I feel like they missed a big opportunity. The movie's called Bloodshot. There's lots of headshots and everything in the movie.
This movie should be called Blood Clot.
That too. Yeah, but like another thing too is like. You know, there was no gore. Every time he shoots somebody in the fucking head or does some crazy kill, you never see it on screen. Like, I was wondering if I was watching, like, a version of this that was made for TV or something, but no, it's not the case.
There's characters in this movie that honestly should have, like, had been hinted at, like, earlier on. Mm-hmm. Where it's just like, okay, like, if this person was so important, why didn't they, like, hint at him or something like that early on until, like, the way second half of, like, the movie?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Ryan's saying, looking things up, he forgot the director of this only did VHS or VFX work. He also directed Love, Death, and Robots segments, which, here's the thing, man. This looks like it has a budget of something like Love, Death, and Robots. It doesn't look like it has a budget of something that Vin Diesel would be in. The Last Witch Hunter looked better than this shit. And that movie was fucking terrible, too. Yeah, I'm gonna give this movie a 1 out of 5. This was really, really, really bad and very, very fucking boring. And it could have easily been like, dude. Honestly, this movie. Sometimes when I watch an action movie like this, that's really not well known, and it's also like based on some comic book that nobody ever fucking read. I'm usually like, okay, you know what? Put myself to expect really, really low quality shit, and I'm gonna be happy if they just blow up a couple of things. But every blow up, every gunshot, every fight scene was just so fucking boring. I just like this just meandered, and it was awful. And I'm sorry for making you watch it yet. But how did you pick this over fucking RoboCop? I don't care how crazy the world is.
You gave me Nazi, cop, or military propaganda.
But the thing is, like, they're silly. Like RoboCop's silly.
I don't want to watch. I don't know about you. I don't want to watch anything having to do with cops right now.
I know, but there's cops and everything. Like, what? You're not gonna play Grand Theft Auto? You're not gonna fucking, like, come on.
I mean, you can kill the cops in Grand Theft Auto.
I know, but shit. Like, RoboCop kills cops. No, he doesn't kill any cops. Well, cops die in it. There's bad guys that kill cops. That happens. I'm just saying RoboCop's a good fucking movie. And then Becky has nothing to do with cops. Yes, it has to do with Nazis, but you know the Nazis are going to lose at the end. Why can't we watch Becky? It's Kevin James as a villain. What the fuck?
No.
What would you rate this movie?
Just like you, a 1 out of, what was it, 10 or 5?
5.
Oh, 0 out of 5.
God damn! How did he go lower than that?
Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and just give it a 1 out of 5 because there was some cool scenes in there, like when he like gets like certain scenes where he gets shot or blown up. It like does have like a pretty interesting special effect. But other than that, like this movie was stupid as fuck. There's certain parts where it doesn't make sense. The way they jump around and shit just makes things really confusing. Characters that they would like introduce not having anything to do with anything. It was just really boring, and it should have ended like maybe like 3 times. There's certain parts where it should have just straight up ended, but it just kept going and going. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was a meandered fucking mess of a movie, and like I normally don't freak the fuck out about movies. I don't like to get all hyperbolic with things, but I'm just kind of like, dude, who the fuck were you really trying to like once again, what was this made for? You know, like
I literally can't like say this is different from really any other of these types of movies out there. It was so plain, and you'll easily forget about it. And like probably like, hell, I'm forgetting about most of it now. Probably in the next like week.
That's why I had to do a review about it right now because I didn't watch that shit for nothing. Fuck that. Marissa's talking about Chatek. Is this true about me watching the Green Lantern thing? I don't want to watch that movie, but I did see the scene, and it was terrible. I will say though, nothing in Bloodshot was as bad as some of the shit I seen from Green Lantern. So I'll put that out there, but. Anyways, as far as all that goes, and I'm sorry that Roxanne and Ganja took a back seat a little bit, but you guys, you'll be happy that you guys didn't see Bloodshot. It was fun.
I didn't go see this fucking piece of trash Vin Diesel movie, and I'm not going to waste my time with it at all.
But anyways, we are going to get into the video game playthrough of all this good stuff. But really quick, so speaking of movies and whatnot, Ganja, well, I'm actually going to go ahead and start this whole thing up. Is there anything that you've been like wanting to check out lately that people have talked about recently? As far as
I've actually, besides after Scooby-Doo, I have no real interest in any kind of films coming out. I actually don't know what's coming out because we haven't done such a trailer review in a while. So, in terms of movies coming out, I'm very ignorant, yo.
Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, even horror movies. Like, there's some new news that came about Halloween Kills, and like, I'm even getting a little bit desold with that shit. But
the biggest thing is like with COVID, like movie news slowed down to the point that I don't even know if we're gonna get new releases besides stuff from VOD.
Yeah, I mean, the Kingdom of Staten Island comes out what next week? With your boy, Pete Davidson. I mean, I don't know. That might be kind of cool. But like, that's the biggest thing is like that movie's gonna be a bummer too. What?
Are people really hyping up that Pete Davidson movie?
Well, because my boy Bill Burr's in it, and it's supposed to be a sad movie. Like, apparently Pete Davidson has a pretty sad fucking story with him and his dad. Or not him and his dad, but his dad died in 9/11. You know what I mean? Like, that's some kind of crazy shit.
I guess.
I'm just saying.
They wrote him about it on every like Comedy Central special ever. So, I mean, like, yeah, it's a sad event. It's fucking traumatic, but like, I've heard it 1,000 times, man.
I already saw Funny People by Adam Sandler. I don't need to go see Funny People Part 2.
I mean, I don't know, man. I've been canceling these people. Like, I mean, like, look at fucking Uncut Gems. You didn't expect that to be good. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't expect it to be good, but it was better because one, it was the whole movie in itself. It wasn't Adam Sandler's performance. Like, if it was just Adam Sandler, I would have hated that fucking movie because that, like, he's playing such a scumbag that if it would have gone the route of what was that movie that we watched? I fucking absolutely fucking hated with the journalist. And like every like moment is just to see how like this dude is somehow the most smartest man on the planet.
I cannot. Oh, Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. I fucking hated that film, and I thought it was gonna turn into that. If I didn't get that ending, I would have fucking hated that movie.
Wow. Okay. See, that's the thing, man. I fucking love Nightcrawler. It's one of my favorite movies, fucking ever, man. That's surprising to me, because I mean, especially because you like douchebags a little bit.
I do, but like, I hate when like the movie has like a bias towards the douchebag character, where they're gonna make him succeed no matter what, even though it's like the impossible odds of it. Like for example, if Uncut Gems, like Adam Sandler survived and ended with the hug out, and the fact that like, oh, I'm gonna get the money now, I'm gonna have my girlfriend and my wife, I would have been like, fuck it, this is just some dude's power fantasy trip of him actually winning against possible odds. But that moment where he gets popped in the face, I was like, okay, this movie's good now. I like this.
Uncut Jobs.
Yeah,
Uncut
I know, right?
Jobs. That's me. I got laid off recently. I'm an uncut job.
Damn. Ah. Shit. Anyways, yeah. No, I was having a good time. Fuck.
Chris, I know you're not supposed to root for the dude, but god damn it, if I'm gonna watch a movie full of assholes, can I at least appreciate the assholes' quality? If not, then I'm just gonna be here just mad the whole time.
Chris got to get in a scream match with everyone at some point.
Yeah,
he has already had his turn.
Yeah. So, Ganji, you haven't had a screaming match yet with your boy Chris?
No, I haven't. Mostly because I don't argue over dumb shit.
Well, thank you. I do.
Like, what are we gonna argue? Like, this is an opinion of movies, man. Like, I argue factual stuff with you, like where I can back up statistics, data, and all kinds of other bullshit. But when it comes to opinions, man, like you're wrong, I'm right. I'm wrong, you're right. Like, there's no way to really do this.
I get you. That's a good way to think about it.
Also, I'm watching you remember where all the Kongs are, and I can't believe that.
Yeah, I know, right?
You missed the secret level in the first one, though.
Two of them actually. There's 2 secret levels in the first one. But yeah, I don't like doing those because in this game they don't really make a big difference. In part 2, they're a big difference. I love the secret levels in part 2.
The only one I've had an argument with, and multiple times, even on the show, is Julian Hemmendinger.
Yeah. Well, because it's easy to fight with him because you know that he doesn't really agree with his.
Oh, my favorite when we were talking the Hong Kong protests, and he literally came out and said like, "Yo, I don't really care about it too much because you know if China offered me a job, I would totally work for China because you know what, Ganja, I'm an actor, and that's what I'm supposed to do." So what the fuck are you talking about China for, then, bitch?
Are you passionate?
Yeah, like if you don't really care, like keep that same energy, dog.
Yeah. No offense, by the way.
Oh no, Mauricio, this is the best part. I still can't hear him in the after hours. I don't know if he's got me blocked. I don't know if like some fucked up Discord app fuckery's going on. But I've reinstalled Discord and I still can't hear this full. I'm treating it as a gift. That's why I'm not so eager to fix it. But like it's hilarious when you guys are just yelling at him for shit, and I'm just sitting here like, I wonder who they're mad at.
Yeah, Ryan says him and Christian sometimes argued with Corey over shit in LA. Man, why argue during vacation? I don't understand that. Like,
okay, like here's the thing, like getting into an argument with Christian's gonna happen because that motherfucker likes to argue.
Oh,
like,
fun fact about Christian, he deleted
that.
me off his Facebook, by the way.
Christian, so I'm going to talk shit about you, man. I'm just saying,
I will talk shit about you all day, fucker. You deleted me off your Facebook after we had a disagreement.
You could just be minding your own goddamn business, and he'll come in disagreeing with you over nothing.
Yeah.
I just don't like his style of arguing. Like right now, I'm on good terms with Christian. You know, we made up since he wanted to beat my ass in Arizona. I was really scared because obviously he would do that.
And then with COVID, so it's very possible he could have got down there. You know.
Yeah.
Where's my fucking apology?
Well, no, because that's the thing. Like, he apologized to me because apparently I was in really intense fear that he would just destroy me. So, you know, with you, I don't think that happened. My whole thing though is just kind of like. I don't like when he argues with somebody for so long and then like it always takes like maybe 1 or 2 replies and he gets personal with it. It's like, will you ever stay on topic?
Look, he basically called me poor, fucking broke, uneducated, that I've only stayed in the fucking Mexican parts of Florida, that I haven't known what it is to truly be educated and fucking classy like the fucking people in Britain. I'm not forgetting that shit.
Yeah, you said it, man. It's up there. I mean, we literally like that shit was screenshotted by many toasties. So, you know, can't deny what's real. Oh, I forgot the Ganja.
My favorite is Chris Ayres. He's like, y'all just making me like Christian Mark. Well, Chris, I have something to inform you on. I actually was very cool with Christian until I got to meet Christian and hang out with Christian, have several conversations with Christian, and now I hate him.
Well,
So
here's the
good
difference
luck.
between us and everybody else, Chris, is that we don't really want you to think of somebody differently just because we say that. Like, we're not those kind of people. There's other people in this community that will do that shit. We're not trying to change your opinion. So, yeah, like.
Kirk's put it best. Christian is the Puerto Rican every Puerto Rican hates. He's the one that comes to the fucking the cookout or the Thanksgiving dinner or the Christmas party beforehand and just wants to get in a fight with the old bajitas and shit over like politics because he thinks he's got something to prove.
He's the one that calls the police when shit start hitting the fan.
Mm-hmm.
No, you gotta settle that shit with your own 2 fucking hands. There ain't no fucking police here. How you gonna be brown and call the police on the rest of your brown fucking people that are like your fucking family? That's some pussy ass shit. And that's some fucked up ass shit too.
Yeah. Well, shit. I mean,
We're not telling you who to hate or not, man. We're just always talking shit about them.
Except Sammy. Hate his ass.
I don't endorse that, even though I believe that. But
I
that
sure
comes
do.
with that.
I endorse it. Fuck that dude.
I always sucked ass at this game, by the way. Yo, man, I can never get past the water level. So the fact that I'm seeing the rest of this is amazing.
fuck.
Come on,
Babe,
there,
I have it on my Snes.
Yes. How far did you beat the game yet?
No.
It's just
Fucking hard, man.
There's a couple of them that I get stuck on, so I just go on my brother's old save file and just play them through there.
damn. What kind of friends you got? You guys, Euro Senpai, you're my friend. Hold my hand.
Ah!
No.
There you go. Oh, give me that. Oh.
Y'all ain't holding no goddamn hands now.
Babe, it's called fan base builder.
No.
Alright, now we got my 2 Donkey Kongs together.
All right.
Diddy's really cool, but I'm starting to notice he really serves no purpose.
And Donkey Kong, I kind of hate to say it, but I kind of like Donkey Country 2 better.
Yeah, me
I think the music's better, and I kind of like the more weirdness of it.
Yeah. And plus, too, like, when you play as Dixie Kong, like, she has that really cool hair thing or whatever. Get to
Well,
float
not
around.
only that, like, there's that level where you take over a roller coaster. That's pretty fucking fun.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, no, actually, that's in this one.
Boom. Is it in this one?
Yeah. I'm actually about to play it.
Okay.
Yeah, that, and by the way, that one, I might stop. That's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because remember,
DK
you played it?
Shit. I played both DKs, but I had played it when I was like 8 or 9. So I honestly, like, it's kind of hard to remember all the levels and all the minute things.
Oh,
All I remember
what
is
the
the
fuck?
music being a fucking bop.
Damn it. Sorry. Fucking dude, I was literally at the exit. That stupid motherfucker got in my goddamn way. Alright. No, but no, I remember you played it on the show, man, on the Untitled Gaming Show with you and Alan.
Well, we played a little bit. We got to the he had this thing where he wanted to beat me at every game we fucking played at. So he started giving me impossible levels to beat after the Superman 64 thing. So I was able to complete the train level faster than he thought, and he just gave up on this whole mission of trying to fucking outsmart me in video games.
You know what's funny is that he picked you to do that with, and you're not even like the big like self-proclaimed favorite of video games or whatever. Like
Not
he's
the slightest.
competing with you like you're Captain Gamer. That's so
He's only mad because I beat his ass when it comes to the fucking the Worms game, XCOM, and what was the other one that I really just destroyed him in? And ever since that, he's just had like a hard on for trying to prove that I was a bad gamer.
You know what's the funny thing is, like, dude, I'm pretty bad at certain games. Like, I played some shit with him that I'm terrible at, and I beat him. I'm like, dude, do you even play your games? Like, I mean, like, how are you this bad? God damn it! Farts. Big ol' farts. Jesus. But to rewind the topics and everything backwards a little bit, because there's a couple questions I asked you that I didn't ask the people around here. Roxy, I was going to ask you, except for the horror stuff, is there anything you've been really wanting to watch lately? Like, anything that's kind of coming out in VOD or whatever?
In terms of movies, I'd have to think about the stuff that I've been wanting to see, but I haven't gotten a chance to see. But in terms of like shows, I want to watch the Jeffrey Epstein stuff that's going on Netflix.
What, Filthy Rich?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, but it's fucked up. I don't like watching fucked up stuff that much anymore. Like, after Don't Fuck With Cats, it left a sour taste in my mouth.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. For my internship, I have to watch Joker. It's one of the assignments. I'm not looking
Jesus.
forward to it.
Oh god, that boring ass movie. I actually fucking love the Joker though.
I just love that it took a couple months before people realize, hey, Joker in real life is awesome, but not when it's the other people that are doing it.
Yeah. But I
Did
do
you watch
like
The Invisible
Joker.
Man? Nah, I don't think we watched The Invisible Man.
Cedric, we live in a society.
We live in a society, man.
You go and save really quick. All right, yes, right on the top there. But yeah, Filthy Rich is pretty good. But the thing is, though, I feel like they should have done a little bit of editing because it's 56 minutes long per episode, and even though 4 episodes is not too long, but I just feel like you could have made it a little bit shorter.
You feel like they were kind of wasting your time to do the runtime?
Yeah, well, like that's what they did with the Michael Jackson one, the Leaving Neverland or whatever the fuck it was called. I was like, you guys kind of meandered over some points that were just not important because right afterwards you say some shit that it kind of, I don't know, it just makes the victims look bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have a certain goal with your particular documentary, like stick with that fucking goal. Like one thing I didn't like, and I guess I can spoil it now. But with Don't Fuck with Cats or whatever, there was a point where they're like, yeah, we looked at every single particular piece of fucking footage on this first killings of these cats. And then at the very end, you find out there was like a third set of hands. And I'm like, wait, you guys just went over the footage like a bunch of times telling us how much you went through the footage, but then you just leave that part out of the documentary? Now you're literally lying. Like, you guys are lying in the documentary.
Well, it's not even lying. It's part of they're trying to pad out the fucking runtime. That's why a lot of those documentaries I do not like truly. Like, unless they're like the level of Tiger King, where they just like go full out on it and just have all the things available and then pick out through each episode what to explain on. It's mostly just to pad out the documentary.
Yeah, and I get it. You know, it's filmmaking, so I understand. But at the same time, like, I did feel gypped a little bit. I'm just kind of like, that's kind of trash. Can I get this? Woo! Okay. I love this frog. He's so cool.
Oh, I just remembered. I want to see Tusk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's an old ass movie.
Yeah, I said I've never seen it before and I want to see it. Because Nick and Jet said that it was bad. So I want to see it.
I never seen it, but I really want to as well. I just
Well,
said it's
you're-
bad because it's known for being like a bad movie. But, I mean,
Isn't that the one where his daughter's the first, like one of the first roles in it?
I can't remember. No, I think that's Yoko Hosers. Which was
Now
awful.
that's piece of shit.
Yeah, that's a huge piece of shit.
Do 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 do
Yeah,
do
that's
do
probably one of the
do
worst movies I've seen.
do 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 do.
Oh, I love this music. Donkey Kong has the best fucking music.
Same thing with Yoshi's Island. I really like the music for that game too.
Na
Me too. I like
na
that
na
one part. It goes,
na
meh, meh, meh. I love that part.
na 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 na.
Okay, we get it. You're a Blink 182 fan and you're sad.
Yeah, I am. I am a very sad boy. Cue Adam's song. Also, me and Roxy have been watching the new Harley Quinn shit. That show is so good.
Thank you. Finally.
Like, I like the series. I like all the stuff they do with the parody characters. I like how they handle a lot of the different lores of characters. Bane is my favorite. I kind of like that they turned this like character that's like this strong dude into just this weak simpleton. And he's got the same voice that he has from Dark Knight Rises. You can't beat that.
Oh, you gotta be fucking.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like King Shark just because he reminds me of Trey, and I can't unsee it.
Nah, especially that one thing where Harley Quinn draws a vagina and he goes, haha, see, that's progressive and artistic.
Yep.
What you? Okay. All right. That's getting annoying. Anyways, as I was saying before I was interrupted by this fucking
Dang.
game.
You're not even at the trains yet.
I know. Oh god.
It's the next one though.
Yep.
The next one's my favorite,
Ugh.
but it's so fucking hard.
Yeah. This game wasn't the jump button. No, not the jump button that didn't work. It's my fucking brain that didn't work. Oh, this one's gonna suck.
I remember Alan tried to say his controller was broken once.
Yeah, because you fucking broke it because you got too mad.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I hate this fucking mission, dude. People, I'm gonna start breathing really hard because I get really, really nervous with these types of things.
Fantastic Four stick. What?
Fat Four Stick, bro. That's a
Did
movie
y'all-
that they.
Marissa, did y'all watch like the old school, like the one with Michael B. Jordan?
Oh, fuck that movie too.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Jump it! Jump it! Jump it!
Wait,
Jump it,
I'm not
Diaz!
listening to you. I'm not listening to you because I jumped.
Jump!
I shouldn't have. You fucking bitch.
Jump! Jump!
Garrett,
Yes.
What, Mama?
cut it out.
You
I'm
got
trying
in
to fuck with him,
trouble.
babe.
You got in trouble. Don't fuck with me, bitch.
Ha ha! That's what you get, bitch, talking shit.
Are you watching like out of sync?
I probably am. I might have to restart and come back, but I'm having so much fun just like being late.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense where I was. That's what you get. You made it. Thank you.
We.
Fuck. Dude, all my lives are gonna go after this. All my lives.
You must have been a stressful child playing these games.
I don't want to hear no sniggling from you. You kicked out your sister when she was beating you in a game.
Well, yeah, she needs to learn to let me win.
No.
Babe, she's got to understand, if it's my Xbox, I win.
No.
I wish that worked.
All right?
Oh, that was an alligator.
Plus, she was spamming that fucking Chun-Li move in Dead or Alive. I forgot which character had it. Where if you get in the corner and they constantly kick, you couldn't go anywhere. Fuck that shit. My sister's cheating, babe.
You're still good. You're still good.
Jump!
Whoa, I got...
Nick Diaz's butthole is so tight. He's about to make a diamond, babe.
Babe, my butthole's tight and I'm not even playing. I'm sorry.
Calm your
Yeah, like that might as well have been DK screaming. Ah!
No, right? The way his face made that.
Fuck.
Oh man, I miss these old school games. Babe, are you gonna bring the Snes when you move in?
Yeah.
Yes. I gotta find a way to connect it to a new TV.
It doesn't have the red, white, yellow.
Nah, I don't think my TV's that old.
Red, yellow.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my back.
I was trying to think, because I forgot about the colors. I'm like, shit, red, white. What was the other one?
The RCA cables is what they're called.
The old school ones right there.
The mustard, ketchup, and
I
mayo.
hit the fucking button, dude. I hit the fucking
And don't forget the wrench, babe.
The wrench? She's gonna bring in balsamic?
Nah, remember they used to sometimes give you an extra white cord if you had like a game that required you to hook up to another sound
Oh
system?
yeah, those stupid ass little
Yeah.
ones. I hate those.
Hey, you got 2 white cords now. Figure out which one goes into the system and which one goes into the TV. Good luck.
Dude,
Oh, that
no,
shit stressed me out.
No, but you know what was cool though? Is back in the day, you would look like the coolest kid ever if you had one of those fucking like boxes that had all the setups, like the RCAs, the coaxial, everything put together.
Yeah, I had a friend that was like, "Yo, man, I have the whole system," and I go over his house, and his dad. I don't know if he knew like tech shit to buy or like it was one of those early days of like those router things, but he had like his N64, his SNES, and his PlayStation hooked up to the same TV, and he had one of those early switch adapters. So if he wanted to play PlayStation, he just turn off his N64 and switch it to like channel 1.
Yes!
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah,
And it was a lot easier, but I imagine that box must have been like $100.
Oh yeah, no, it was. It was expensive as fuck back then. And they were easy to break too. That's another thing. That used to get on my fucking nerves. Oh yeah, you gotta push the tire.
This game is very like, hey, what do gorillas look like when they're in the zoo? Just give them a fucking rubber button. We're gonna give them like bananas and shit. And that's it.
Yeah,
Well,
whoever
what
made
else
this
would
game
you
did not
give
need to
them?
know shit about monkeys. What were you saying now?
Well, what would you rather like give them? Like a race car or some shit?
I mean, they later did that, so they stopped caring, babe. Literally, Donkey Kong Island 2, don't you get to like do a motorboat race at some point?
Yeah, you motorboat. They started misbehaving.
That's not what I meant, DS.
Just saying. Oh, what the fucking doo-doo ass!
Alright, so I have to say the GameCube was a superior system.
I disagree heavily. I did not like.
Alright.
GameCube.
You can have a GameCube now and it still work.
So same
Like-
with the SNES and the NES.
Nah, if you're going that old school, it's just because more they were designed to survive the heat and the fucking electricity that was going through them. But like when you get to the like PlayStation 2 console days and all that shit, I had to say I think the GameCube was the best. It could take the most damage and still play. It didn't require the disc to be 100% clean in order to read. Like how many times did you put a PlayStation 2 game and it was like, all right, let's see if it decides to play my game today.
Well, you know what though? Here's the problem with the PlayStation. I think that a big issue. I did.
Yeah,
I
you
think one
lost
of the
both
biggest
lives.
issue with that though is that when people got the PS2 games or the PS2 systems early on, even though they were really really cool looking consoles, they didn't really work all that well. It's like that was like one of the first times I had to keep coming out with different types of versions of it. Because like I remember like those can't play the blue discs at all, so like lots of the sports games that came out at the time, you can't play them on a old like the brick PS2. You had to only play it on the Slims, which was fucking super annoying. Let me get this res, motherfucker.
And then you had the Slims that had an upper res for certain games. So if you like got a Slim, you couldn't play certain games because it would just make the game crash because the resolution was too high. Then what they had designed the game for.
Yeah, yeah, it was annoying how they did that, but at the same time I got it. Those PS2 Slims were important to get. Like you had to get those. Now the fucking like the other PS3 Slims and all that bullshit, that was just completely fucking bullshit. That was just a bad business move by them. I did not like what they did that. Same thing with the
All right,
PS4.
so the rendering of death on Xbox. I had 2 Xbox that shorted out and just killed themselves. But the only thing that saved Xbox 360 is those games are so fucking badass. You know how many hours I spent playing Halo 3?
Yeah, but it's still not worth it, man. That shit don't work. That's bullshit, man.
I still love the Xbox 360, man. I'm looking at mine right now like, gotta take care of you.
Oh, okay, you're this fucking B-ass bitch. Fuck you, B-ass bitch. Fuck you, B-ass bitch. Alright.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
Yeah! Oh, damn it. Let me see. I'll just saying, I still have a hacked 360 in the closet. Okay, see, what was your favorite system to hack? Because my PSP that I used to have, that was amazing, dude. Playing Game Boy games like Pokemon and shit on the go, but like with the speed hacks and everything, that was fucking awesome. But did you ever have a hacked thingy?
All right, I got a question for y'all.
What's that?
How the fuck did y'all hack your consoles? Was it something like a program online that you put onto a disc, or were y'all out there like in the fucking garage soldering your Xboxes and shit?
No, it's all software-based stuff usually.
Okay. Because I remember like during the old emulator days, like people figured out, oh, the Wii can play any kind of fucking old Nintendo game, and there was something that you can get like if you knew a person that knew tech shit that they could solder a chip onto it. That would lock all the fucking Super Nintendo games that were compatible with it.
Yeah, but like I mean, because I didn't really do it myself, but I just watched somebody else do it. And as far as I knew, all they did was they take off this warranty thingy, and then you can basically swap it out with like a new updated firmware, like fucking memory stick thingy. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a battery pack. And essentially, once you do that, everything that is put into there, they just work. It's like playing games on your computer. It's really simple, but it was just so scary to do it because they make sure to tell you like, hey, if you do this, you void the warranty, and it's like, fuck, I don't want to do this.
Like they're giving you a new fucking Wii anyways. Like how many times the warranty is just voided by you opening the box a certain way?
Exactly, yeah. This is a really hard mission. I didn't remember it being this fucking hard, man.
Okay, so you just hacked the firmware on it and it recognized DVD-RS. Okay, so that's my thing. Like, so was there like is a program you download online? You had to download to your Xbox and then it gave you the ability, or did you actually learn how to do 1 and 0s?
I don't think anyone's learning how to do the 1s and 0s. There's usually just like some YouTube video or whatever up for a while until like it gets taken down that you can learn how to do it.
Because like I remember like the hacking for the iPhone was a lot of it was just, hey, like download this program, just let it take over your phone. So I'm wondering if it was the same kind of bit for the old Xbox, because I always wanted to hack my system, but like what Nick said, I was afraid of losing the warranty, even though it didn't really matter. But it was the thought of like, hey, if I hack this, I might get in trouble.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
I like how they made these discs for Dreamcast and just let you bypass region lock, so you can play some Japanese games on US Dreamcast.
Yeah. Oh, those were, man, the first Dreamcast systems where they let you burn your games. That was so fucking silly of them to do, but such a cool thing for us.
Ah, LimeWire. That gave so many computers STDs.
Oh shit, this one's gonna be hard. Oh fuck, I hate this shit.
What is this, a fucking rave? Like, why does it keeps changing colors? What the fuck?
Well, you hit the barrel that says stop,
Uh-huh.
go or whatever the fuck, and then like it stops.
It's like we're in a military movie right now, and basically they're trying to figure out what filters to use for what area.
I'm thinking more of a rave club.
I was thinking more of a gas station out in the boonies.
Oh, where the lights keeps flickering off and on, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is definitely where we're about to get murdered.
I remember all your guys' faces when we watched Green Room. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, that movie was actually pretty good.
I remember your face watching Good Burger.
Home of the Good Burger, made in Florida.
Fuck. All right.
Downloaded Green Day's "Welcome to the Paradise" and Linkin Park's "In the End" on LimeWire. I did not download things on LimeWire because I don't know computers. I'm actually a little bit more technically literate now, but I'm still a fucking idiot. So back then, like when everyone was doing the LimeWire shit, I was more afraid of getting my ass beat for destroying the family computer than getting free music.
Yeah.
So I never really fucked with it.
Well, dude, another thing too is like I hated that shit because you wouldn't know who actually sings what because people will change their own like file names on there. Like, this is by this thing, and it's like, no, it's not. Just because the guy sounds fucking white and like whatever, like, oh, this is Linkin Park. Like, no, it ain't.
Yo, check out this new Tupac.
Oh yeah, that shit too. And then they name a certain way so you can, like, and by the way, like, we're not getting ad money, so I don't know why the fuck they would lie. Oh, this mission is officially pissing me the fuck off. Here's the thing, guys.
My favorite is the download size. You can tell who's trying to get you with a virus because a song is usually like 30 megabits or maybe a little more, depending on the time. And you'll get like, yeah, come download Lil Wayne's Fireman. It's 2.5 gigabytes. What?
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, guys. I just switched the game over here on Twitch. Everything doesn't need to be changed on YouTube, though, but we are switching to a different game right now. And that particular game is going to be this motherfucker right here. This is Einhander. I gave up on fucking on the other game because Donkey was just kicking my fucking ass and I couldn't take it anymore.
You realize he was a bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
I had the worst luck with LimeWire because every single time, like, I figured out how to do it, and then a couple of my friends would ask me for favors. There was a person who asked me for a Panic at the Disco song. I put it on her little, like, MP3 player. We were playing it, just making sure everything sounded right, and then all of a sudden, this one dude just screams the N-word, like, towards, like, a small break in the song. And I apologized so profusely because I felt so bad. Because I only listened to, like, the first couple seconds. I'm like, okay, it sounds legit. Like, everything's fine. And we had this shit on full blast. I felt like a fucking terrible-ass friend that day.
There was a time in the era.
Oh, this game is so fucking great. So no one's ever really heard of this game, most likely. If anybody actually has heard about this game, let me know in the chat. But yeah, this was on PlayStation 1, a fucking amazing game. But as far as the music thing goes, like, yeah, have you ever been? Because Ganja, I know you have a story just like Roxy's, where like you played a song and you played around the wrong people and you pissed somebody off. Has that ever happened?
Nah, because I could read the room.
See, me, I couldn't do it sometimes. I'd play a song that's like, I love this song, and like it's just a group of people are like, what the fuck is this crazy shit? Like I scare people with like certain metal songs. I used to
bet you have.
Devil Driver, and they're just like, yo, the Satan wants out, blah, 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 and like everyone just freaked the fuck out.
I have a wide range of music tastes. Like my genres are like fucking. It's just a hodgepodge of all kinds of different fucking things. So like I can pretty much vibe with anything if it's got a good beat, and I feel like someone cared to actually make a good soundtrack, or even like any kind of music that goes into it. So like that, I even like some anime outros. Like me and Cedric were hanging out the other night and listening to Inuyasha outros and intros. So like if it's a good song, I don't even care like what product it's from, as long as I can bump to it. So like what I used to do is like I used to read the room and figure out what my friends were into, and then play the music that I knew I liked from the genres they were in. That's why I play Corn with your ass, and the first one I play is fucking Freak on the Leash.
Ah, that fucking sounds some bullshit. It doesn't even sound like it.
It don't even sound like that, Ganja. You're making my game.
Fucker.
You're ruining my gameplay, Ganja.
Fucking asshole. Stupid asshole. I don't like you. E-Mike, he says, holy shit, are you playing Dino Crisis? No, I'm not.
I wish.
We could. I mean,
Dino Crisis is the shit.
I thought you said dental crisis.
no.
By the way, Dino Crisis also did follow the Resident Evil story patterns. Like the first one's trying to be scared with dinosaurs and like gives you like low ammunition and shit like that. And then the second one's just a straight up fucking action game.
Yeah.
The fuck is this about?
Yeah,
I got the
They
magic
invaded the
stick.
world, man. They made the world. They fucked some shit up, and they got taken down, man. Don't you fuck with my place. Don't you kill my people.
Alright, so legit. This reminds me of those old like what the fuck do they call the ones in the arcade? The boxes they used to you play with the big ass screen. But the larger arcade games, I remember they had this one that was a cop game where you had you do multiplayer, and you used to pick up random weapons and you could fight like random people and you had to work your way up a tower. It kind of reminds me of that game, but that game I used to love because it was the first one to do QuickTime events.
What the fuck? I just died.
So if you were running up and like you and your buddy were playing and you guys had a chance to knock out like 5 guys before like you even start the mini match. Like, I used to love quick time events before fucking early 2000s. And every other game had them. The Spider-Man games abused them a lot.
Wow. Okay, my eyes are deceiving me. I don't know how the fuck I just got killed right there. Wow.
I don't even know who you are. So
I was-
the fact that you're playing the game is amazing to me.
I'm this little green thing that's blinking a lot. Now he's not blinking, but he's good.
He's not blinking because he's dead.
Yeah. What the fuck? Okay. God damn it. Hit this button. No.
I miss a lot of those old school games.
Why does it keep fucking changing? Stop changing.
Never.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, that's fucking annoying, bro.
Babe, did you ever play arcade games growing up?
Which ones?
Any? Like House of the Dead?
Well, yeah, because my dentist office had them.
They had House of Death? Or House of Dead?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
They had a bunch of different games, and then they noticed a couple of the real youngins was starting to play House of the Dead. And I guess some parents complained about it, so all they did was just move it further into the corner. Hoping that they wouldn't notice.
Just so the parents could catch them before they play it.
Pretty much. Ooh, God, this is just as hard as fucking Cuphead.
Well, you are playing one of those old school games, man. This is back when they had to make sure you come back and fucking remake the re-rental again.
Yeah.
By the way, fuck that Lion King game just for that fucking reason.
Ooh, I was actually gonna play that today, but I was like,
Nah,
I'm
you,
not
you,
that
you, you really want to make yourself mad?
bad. I remember something about that fucking damn Donkey Kong.
Yeah, but this is a different type of mad. Like, you fucking have a fucking aneurysm. Yes, Diaz. Yes, give in to the gameplay. Virtual Cop is a classic. I think that's what I'm talking about. Also, I miss those old cabinet shooters, like Left 4 Dead, the old Jurassic Park, the Lost World one, not the one that they have now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that big ass one where you sit in there and it's all immersive and shit.
Yeah, and then you have the different movie sequences you go to. Like, it starts off the first one, you fight like a giant alligator and shit.
Yeah, like the store that I was working at last year, they had one in there, and it has like this fucking loud ass dun 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 dun, like just fucking
dun 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 dun. Gonna kill the dinosaurs to this song. It's called a Mosasaurus. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I fucking Jurassic Park is the one that got me into like dinosaurs huge. Like, I every dinosaur documentary, anything that had to do with dinosaurs, bro. Like, it even also set me up for the eventual like disappointment of Land Before Time, and that fucking movie.
Oh, you said, have you played any of the Strider games? I fucking love Strider. Strider is awesome, dude.
What is Strider?
Basically, it's kind of an RPG, but it's kind of done in because there's many different versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would compare it to almost like a Contra but Melee. If that makes any sense.
I got you. This kind of reminds me of Star Fox now.
Yeah, this is fun as fuck. But after this, it gets very, very hard and very boring and repetitive, so I am going to stop after this. I played a little bit too much of Donkey Kong Country earlier, but I will definitely
That's because your ass was getting your ass kicked and had something to prove.
Kinda, yeah.
I see through the lies of your Jedi's.
Oh, yes. But this game is so much fun. I fucking love this game so much. Ingenuity, we're back at Dinosaur Story. I haven't seen a movie yet, that Pixar one.
It's not Pixar. It's I think it's John Bluth that made We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. I actually really do love We're Back, a Dinosaur Story, but that movie is fucking weird. And as an adult, I don't know what it was going for, except that Lisa Simpson's in there and she plays like a neglected rich child.
That fits.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
All right, player, I did good here. Oh, look, you can still waste your bullets. That's so shitty. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna try one time to get past this, and then if it doesn't work, I'm quitting. I am quitting.
Okay, so it's a Universal and Spielberg picture. Okay. Because I honestly, Ryan, I don't remember who Don Bluth is and what he made. I know he made Fievel. I know he did the Penguin movie, but besides that, I don't remember all the complete list of Don Bluth's films. He did not make Fern Gully, right?
I don't even know what the fuck he is. I don't know much about any of this stuff. I actually thought you were talking about Don Knotts at first. I'm like, oh yeah, Barney Fife.
I'm pretty sure he did an American Tail.
No, I know he did a 5 on American Tail, but I'm pretty sure he did Fern Gully too. I don't know. That's why I'm asking the audience, because everyone here is pretty much a fan of animation, so I'll get the answer pretty soon.
Did he do Anastasia?
Yeah, he did do Anastasia. That was a Don Bluth film.
And, I know he mostly did shit with. Didn't he mostly do shit with like rodents? I know he did another movie with like some type of like mouse that wasn't American Tail.
He did the ones with the dogs too.
Motherfucker, yo. Ah! You killed
Will
me!
all dogs go to heaven?
Okay, I didn't know.
Okay, James Cameron did Fern Gully, and it was Fox Animation. Okay, gotcha. Bluth made The Secret of Nim, Land Before Time. What else? I'm reading the list here. I was reading on the fucking screen now. It disappeared.
Well, we're going to be right over here now, so we'll be able to read every goddamn thing. But I am quitting the games for today, peoples. This is just kind of a test to see if you guys will actually be into that. Let me know if you guys are actually cool with playing something like this, because I'm down to play Dino Crisis. I'm down to playing any of those games that you guys would like us to come in here with. Eddie's saying he did the animation for Dragon's Lair. Is that what the guy you're referring to?
Yeah.
He did do that, didn't he? Didn't he try to get like some fundraiser going or something like that?
Yeah, Corey actually donated to it, apparently. Yeah, but I don't know. See, honestly, dude, that was like a time. That's like a product of its time. I don't think the Dragon's Lair whole experience would be cool today. I don't think people would be.
Yeah, it's a bit too late.
Yeah. He's saying, still waiting on y'all to watch the Apple, though. Man, does that have anything to do with Mac? Because I ain't watching no fucking Apple. I hate Apple. I hate that fucking company so goddamn fucking much.
I am not a fan of the Apple company, goddammit.
Over here just gonna fucking start screaming and everything. What's it called? Wow, James Cameron did Fern Gully, Kirk?
Yeah, he did. Apparently. I thought that was a John Bluth picture.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. James Cameron has a really weird, like history or archive of shit that he's worked on. Chris Harris says, I know what I'm getting you for your birthday then. Oh, it's gonna be like an actual apple. He's gonna bite a piece of it and shit.
Just send it to you in a box.
I get it now. He's like, it's a Speed movie. Yeah, I saw what you fucking did, you son of a bitch. I'm not watching that. After that scene you showed us, hell no. We'll see. Maybe I'll make Jet go through it. Even though I put her through Bloodshot today. Which, Jet, I'm telling you, I still feel the way I felt beginning of this show. You're wrong for choosing that fucking Bloodshot movie.
That's fine. I got a whole list of bad movies that you can watch.
We could have watched.
Well, number one being Garbage Pail Kids.
I'm not watching that shit. I basically have already seen it. As soon as I seen like it's still, it's like that's the movie basically. I'm good.
Yeah, it is, but you keep putting me through this shit. I'll have you watch Garbage Pail Kids.
I've showed you some good shit too. I showed you Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Like,
you know how many bad shark movies there are?
No. Yeah. No.
There's a lot, DS.
There's a lot of good ones too, though.
And I'm gonna make sure there's gonna be one with a whole bunch of titties on screen, so you get real mad.
Why are you trying to tell people I'm gay?
Yeah. This is a long way.
Everyone knows you don't like sex movies and movies.
I love titties. I just don't like sex.
Well, then you're gonna get really annoyed.
If it's distracting the fucking movie, like, yeah, that would irritate me. That's the thing, people. It's not that I don't like sex. I don't like naked girls. That's all great. But it's like if I'm watching something about like a story and a horror movie and a villain or whatever, I don't want to watch the titties. Like, move. Like, I'm trying to watch.
Then I know the perfect shark movie for you to watch.
Oh, I'm not watching that one then. What's it gonna be? The last, Shark Exorcist, whatever the fuck it was called.
Worse.
What? What's it called? Piranha 3D.
No, Piranha 3D is better than this.
I actually heard good things about Piranha 3D, believe it or not. Wait, you're talking about Sharknado?
No, Sharknado's better than this.
Oh, god damn it. Anyways. Wow, see, Christy was saying Piranha 3D is good. Okay, I don't know, man. We'll see. We should watch The Sand again.
Maybe it's like the first, what's it, the Python movie with Ice Cube?
Oh, Anaconda?
Yeah, it'll be like the first Anaconda. Like, no one expected it to be actually good.
Dude, you know they made an Anaconda versus Lake Placid movie? And Robert Englund's in it. It's fucking great.
Robert Englund does not say no, huh?
He really doesn't. Ryan Robertson, yeah, James Rolfe did an amazing video on 40 Shady Shark movies. Yeah, that was so fucking silly. I forgot how they did it, but something happened within there that he like said that, you know, like some of the movies were like the same. I don't know what the fuck. Cedric saying a woman could be twerking right in front of Nick, and he'd be like, "Can you move? I'm trying to see Jason kill people." Yes. I remember some of the nicest asses I've ever seen were in Jason movies, and I hate those scenes because I'm watching Jason. I'm not watching a porno. Can I please watch the fucking movie, please? That's why this movie sucks so goddamn bad. Because you got fucking porn directors directing a horror movie. You're not supposed to be there, dude. No, seriously.
Wait, hold on, what?
Yeah, they do. The fifth movie was actually directed by a guy who did softcore porn, who directed softcore porn. So that's why the sex scenes are so long and fucking like overly done, because this guy is not trying to make a horror movie. He's trying to see naked chicks. It's fucking annoying.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's bullshit. He literally was actually getting girls sick. He'd have a naked girl, it would be like, negative something degrees, and you'll have her like on a boat with nothing to cover herself with, just waiting there for them to shoot the fucking shit with Jason coming after her in cold ass water.
That's how you catch ammonia.
She did. She went to the hospital. It was fucked up. Like, yeah, cancel that motherfucker. Like, yeah, that's some bullshit, these fucking Jason movies. That never happened with Freddy. He was over there eating lunch with everybody and shit, all fucked up looking. It was great. Anyways, here's the thing, though, guys. We're not going to do a big old horror movie thing because I know you guys are waiting for us to go hang out with y'all. I don't even understand why, because we never agree on anything, but it's all fine. So, before we go into the after hours hanging out with you guys, I want to turn the attention to my boy Ganja Guru over here as he tells you about the Metropolis Collective that he also does some podcasting at.
Well, at the Metropolis Collective, y'all, we could do the Illuminati podcast with the Birdman. Shwa. Just get that shwa in there. You gotta add some extra words on that shit. I'm trying to learn to speak Turkish. Etika, y'all. But anyways, y'all, go check out the Illuminati podcast with me and the great Birdman, or Shah Birdman, and the great Ruthless Wonder. All talk about politics. We break down the riots. We break down the culture aspects of the riots, as well as now going to give you a post-mortem on what happened throughout the whole week uprising. So make sure to go check out that episode. We also have a special guest coming on. So with that said, that is the Illuminati podcast on the Metropolis Collective on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, and anywhere else you can find us. Go make sure to give it a follow and a like and a watch.
With that said, people, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Thank you very much for posting that, Gary. Yes. Please subscribe to the chat for more videos and live streams, talk about video games, gaming news in general. Russian wrestling now, it's been a while since we've done that, but hang out with us, please. I would appreciate that.
It's called Psycho Shark, by the way.
What's up?
Psycho Shark.
I'm not watching. I'm not watching. Why would I watch it?
When you watches it.
See you guys after hours. Go to Facebook. We'll post our Discord link over there on the Facebook. You guys can hang out with us and chill, watch these videos. And I did not mean to play Ganja out. Hit the play button too hard.
Hit that play button, boy.
That's the way I do it. Good night.